Yeah. Shalom. We the brothers of Great Millstone, the church here in Birmingham, Alabama. And as always, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Yeah, in the ancient Hebrew tongue, it would be the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit. I also would like to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers out there laboring in His work. And as always, you believe it's the Akim as well as the Aqua that subscribe to this truth as well. Yeah, it's a demon. I already got the dislike. I was just looking.
Yeah.
It's a nigga that, oh yeah, it's just something persistent. Might be Gates, you know. The Gates of hell himself, Bill. But yeah, we back once again. It's the 30th installment. The brother had to tell me that, let me know that there was the 30th installment. That show you that time is moving, man. You know, we're in high gear. We're moving closer and closer to the return of our Lord Yahushua. Matter of fact, somebody get, I think there's Romans 13 and 11. Get that real quick.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
It said, and knowing that,
yep.
It's like in that, knowing the time.
In that knowing, see, in that knowing the time, go ahead.
That now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Yeah, it's high time to awake out of sleep. See, go ahead.
For now,
now
is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Yeah, our salvation is nearer than we believe. When we first came into this thing, which when you first come into this thing, you had this spirit of, you know, believing that it's going to happen within the next couple of days. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody can attest to that. When you first heard this truth, you thought the end was right around the corner, man. You know, but that was a process. But now we're very much so in the time where it's right at hand. We right at the door, you know, of the climax of life and existence itself would be the return of our Lord Yahushua. But how do we know that? Because of the prophecies, the things that's coming to pass. And right now, again, everything is coming so fast, man, to the brothers that's watching, you know, and giving the reporting. Well, things are coming so fast that you can't even keep up with all this news, man. You know? Well, that's a sign that we're right on schedule. You know? We right at the door. You got something up?
Yeah. 2 Esdras 2 and 13.
Mm-hmm.
Go and ye shall receive.
Yep.
Pray for a few days unto you that they may be shortened.
Woo! So go and ye will receive. Receive what? This truth. You know? And it says, pray for a few days. Okay. And that's what we do in the spirit. Even if you don't literally, you know, face the east and say, Lord, shorten the days. Well, your groanings, matter of fact, give me that real quick. Your groanings, you know, your complaints, your sighing and crying is heard by Yahweh Shah. And in that event, the Lord is speeding up the days. Matter of fact, give me what you got.
Yeah, that's Romans 8 and 26. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not that what we should pray for as we ought.
See, you don't know what you should pray for as you ought, right? Go ahead.
But the Spirit itself make an intercession for us with groanings.
With what?
With groanings.
With groanings, go ahead.
Which cannot be uttered.
With groanings which cannot be uttered. So whenever you wake up, the damn alarm wake you up, you got to go to work, you're like, shh. Well, the Lord, that's actually praying to the Lord to overthrow this place. Give me that Isaiah real quick, the captive exile. All right? Every time you moan, every time you sigh, every time you cry, you are making a petition, a request to Yahweh Shah that he would wrap this thing up, that he would shut down America, speed up the days in relation to prophecy so we can get the hell up out of here. I know what you got. Hold that. Give me what you got.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 51 and verse 14. The captive exile hasteneth.
The captive exile. Hey, we prisoners of war over here.
That's it.
You know, we was brought from out. This is an act of war. So-called white man, you didn't come over here on your own will, man. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, you was brought over here for the most part as slaves. Now you had the natives that was already here, you know, but they was conquered and they was brought into captivity as well. See that? So this is an act of war. We prisoners of war. We behind enemy lines, man. That's why we need a savior. Go ahead.
The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loose.
Woo, hastening. Right? See? So we hasten it, and the Lord is honoring that. That's why the days are speeding up. The average person believes, you know, time going faster just because. They don't know it's because the prophets. You know, the reason why, you know, your weekend flew by, it was because of us, man. We were sighing and crying and hastening for this place to be done away with. See, go ahead.
Yeah, it said the captain exile hasteneth that he may be loose, and that he should not die in a pit.
Woo, and he should not die in a pit. Which, when you go into that word pit right there, the definitions is a pit for catching lions. See that? Go ahead.
Nor that his bread should fail.
Nor shall his bread fail. And that bread goes into our belief. You know, what stabilizes us, our daily bread. We praying that this won't fail. We hoping that, you know, we are counted worthy to see the salvation of our Lord Yahushua. So go back where you at. I started from the top.
God, this is 2 Ezra 2:13. Go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you.
See, pray for a few days. So again, that's why the scriptures say we know not what to pray for. Because I guarantee you, every brother ain't sitting around every day saying, Lord, please, a few days, a few more days. No, the scriptures say our mournings and groanings, you know, makes an intercession. The Spirit makes an intercession on our behalf. So guess what? You know what that also say? The Lord is so heavy, he can understand the language of groaning. Somebody walk in and you don't really know what they mean, you know. The Lord can interpret that. So when you wake up, when you sigh, when you cry, and you complain, the things you're going through, how about smile outside, know what you're saying, man. So in that event, he has shortened the days. See, go ahead.
It says, pray for a few days unto you that they may be shortened.
That they may be short. So again, there's no coincidence. Give me that in Matthew 24. That's it.
So
go ahead.
Matthew 24 and 22. Except their days be except their days be shortened.
See, except the days be shortened. See, hey, that's a part of prophecy. That's what we have in this process. Time is fast. So much news coming, so much information being thrown at you, man. And really, if you're in this truth, you sincerely in this truth, rooted and grounded in your Yahushua in these teachings, then that should boost your faith. It should boost your faith when you see everything that your teacher's been telling you come to pass. Well, guess what? That's the works of the Lord, man. And that's pretty much his mercy that's being shown towards us. Read that again from the top.
Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
Yeah, and that's true, man. Because if this devil, if you was to give this devil just the full shot clock, he'll kill everybody, including himself. You gave a child a sword. Hey, imagine giving a child a damn M16, man. You know, as his toy. Well, they got a clip out there. You ever saw the clip? They got the monkey. It's a real live monkey with a chopper. That's Esau, man. You giving this nigga, this irresponsible nigga, the power he got, man. That's why you got Fagos and McDonald's, man. If you gave a nigga, you gave a child that type of power, man. Macaulay Culkin, is that the night never get Home Alone? That's it. That's just Home Alone, man. Yeah. The Lord gave the keys and the reins over to Esau, and he fucked up the whole house. Yeah. Nigga got booby traps all over the place, man. Yeah. And this nigga loves skiing, skydiving. That's a kid, man. Go ahead, That's the nigga driving. Yeah. You got a kid driving a car on the freeway. You in the car, that nigga gonna kill everybody, man. See? We're in the worst case scenario, man. We need your house shot. Go ahead,
Reading on Matthew 24:22. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be short.
Woo. See that? For the elect's sake. That's why, again, the spirit, I made the statement where Jake, they think that thing's going fast. They think it's just some nigga in a kufi. He'll come up with some raw, you know. The star gods are at work. That's some crazy shit, man. No, we know that the time is going by because of the elect's sake. Those who sincerely desire for the overthrow of America, man.
Right.
We understand this is the place of our captivity. Hey, that's what happened in ancient Egypt. Did not the Lord hear the groanings? He heard the groanings of. If you want to get that, you can get it. Oh, y'all was holding that?
If you sit down, you pull that.
Oh, that spirit. I already had that cock. Cock in the chamber there. Oh, we're gonna get what you got. Hold up, let me get this real quick.
Yeah, this is slacking. It's Exodus chapter 2 and verse 23. And it came to pass in the process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage.
See, the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage. Go ahead.
And they cried.
Do you know in the spirit that translates to the prophets, man? When you fast forward to today, we sighing and crying. Is not that recorded in what's that, Ezekiel, the 9th chapter? And also, somebody can give me that in Jeremiah. I forget exactly where it's at. The tears run down continually.
Oh, come on.
Somebody can type it up. I know it's the one in Jeremiah. The tears of the widow run down continually.
Got a precept for that.
Yeah, come on, go ahead and get that. We're gonna go back to this Exodus 2. Go ahead.
Psalm 34 and 4. It says, I sought the Lord, and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. They looked unto him and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed.
Yep, that's it. We were talking about that account, deliver me from all my fears. That's good. We were talking about that.
Yeah, one more verse.
So that means the Lord you're gonna be in a time they're gonna be the situation. He's gonna deliver you from that. See? Go ahead.
Yeah. Verse 6. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his trouble.
Yep, the poor man cried. And that cry, that's not like we sobbing when you see us. We crying. Like this nigga Snoop, man. When Debo got killed, they got a thumbnail of this nigga, tears streaming down this nigga face, man. For to be a gangster. Oh, at every moment, at the drop of a dime, you Babylonians, you cry, man. You can't wait to cry. Fuckers, man. See, the big nigga there, man. LeBron James. Anything happen, he can cover any feet. That nigga get a triple double. Kiss this bitch ass nigga crying, man. We tired of you, man. We tired of Babylon. Oh, that was Lot. That put us in the righteous Lot. That's why Lot was known as the righteous Lot. Because he was vexed from the conversation from day to day he had to endure, you know? But see, when scriptures say we cry, the poor man crying, you witnessing it now. We crying. Crying is making our case. Matter of fact, hold that in Luke the 18th chapter. Go ahead and get what you got. No, you Ryan.
Oh, come. This is
You got a whole bunch of precepts.
Yeah, I got one with Lot too.
Okay, come on.
Genesis 18 and verse 20. And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous. It says, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether.
You got it up. You got it.
Okay. Yeah, because Lot was signing crying. That's why he was laying daily at the gates. Lot was prophesying against that place because he was vexed with that place. You know? That's it. And it says, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is coming to me, because the Lord, he heard Lot prayer. It says, and if I will know it. But I got another precept. Sirach 35 and verse 15. It says, does not the tears run down the widow's cheek, and is not her cry against him that causes them to fall? And yeah, like you said, we are crying out against Esau. Like I said, sign the crying for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof.
Yeah, we ain't crying for nothing.
Yeah.
We crying against the one that oppressed us. Read that again.
It says, does not the tears run down the widow's cheek?
Yep.
And it's not her cry against him?
Yep, and the tears running down the widow's cheek is actually these teachings. That's why the scriptures talk about this word being living water. You know, that's it. Those tears that's running down the widow's cheek. See, continue.
It says, and it's not her cry against him that causes them to fall.
Yeah, this is not just some random cry. We just crying just to be crying. You know, we crying out against those who caused us to fall, man. See? Yep, that was it.
Kind of looking more.
Uh-huh.
This is he that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with favor, and his prayer shall reach unto the clouds.
Okay, you can get it.
Okay, like you said, because the Lord, he hear our cry. It ain't like we be praying and we be sighing and we be vexed with this place. It ain't like the Lord ignoring us. No, man. The Lord, he hear us, man. You and that's why we see things happening, man. Because we seeing our prayers being answered. Our prayers being answered by seeing this place fall, man. By seeing the destruction of America. You know?
I got it.
14 and 17.
Okay, cool.
But you can get what you got too, though. Go ahead and get what you got.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the Lamentations chapter 3, and I started at verse 48. It said, my eye runneth down with rivers of water for the destruction.
See that? See that? That's why the Lord said this word is like living waters. Okay? The rivers of living water. That's those tears. That's salt. That's, you know. Go ahead.
It said, mine eye runneth down with rivers of water for the destruction of the daughter of my people. Mine eye trickled down and ceaseth not without any intermission.
Yeah, without ceasing. That's we constantly pushing forth this word. There's no intermissions there. That's not literal. It's not talking about we're going to be crying, weeping. Although Jeremiah was known as the weeping prophet. You know, but that was little foreshadowing that he wrote Lamentations, man. Which the word lamentation goes into weeping. But that symbolizes the prophets as a whole. We're crying. We're crying out to Yahweh Shema Shah. Yep, go ahead.
It says, my eye trickled down and ceaseth not without any intermission till the Lord look down and behold from heaven.
Yep, till the Lord look down and behold from heaven, man. Until the Lord finally honor, you know, our cry, you know, that petition we make. And that we witnessing that now, man. The Lord has finally stepped in on our behalf. You know, and that's spoken of in Revelation, the 17th chapter. It said, rejoice because the Lord have avenged, rejoice you apostles and prophets, for the Lord have avenged you on her. See? Go ahead, Al.
Jeremiah 14 and 17. Therefore thou shalt say this word unto them, let my eyes run down with tears night and day.
See, let my eyes run down with tears night and day, man. That's this word going forth. See, again, us pushing his word forth is a form of sighing and crying. That's what it means when these tears is running night and day. Which, you know, here we are on a certain time zone. Whenever we shut down and pack it up for the night, it's brother somewhere else, man. You know, you see some brothers on the other side of the world, it'd be night and it'd be day. Where they at?
Australia.
Yeah, Australia. Hawaii, the brother in Hawaii. You know? It's day or night where he at, and you know, we'll be contrast to that. Well, that's a form of the Lord continually pushing his word, having his word to be pushed forth. That's those tears continually running night and day. See? Read it again.
It said, let mine eyes run down with tears night and day.
That's prophecy, see?
That's
the push forth the word, the prophecy, the eyes.
That's it.
Hey, Yahweh shot bad, man. The water is coming from eyes. We have eyes to see, so we push forth this word. Go ahead.
It said, and let them not cease. For the virgin daughter of my people is broken with a great breach, with a various grievous blow.
Yep, see that? So, yep, anybody else got something for? Go ahead.
It's on Psalms 120 and 1. In my distress, I cried unto the Lord.
Woo, yep, and that's us. We are distressed. You know, because why? We're in chains. See, being here in America is we serving a prison sentence, man. America is the prison. And what's the jail cells within the prison? Your body. Your body is actually the jail cell that's in the prison. That's why Yahweh Shai, when he returned, it's going to capture that moment of us being free. We're going to be free from these chains of darkness. And that's a stumbling block. There's some Christian pop up, you pull out the book of Jude, you pull out and ask them, you highlight it, tell them they're going to pass out, man. You're going to see that fan, you know, Yeah, these bodies is those chains of darkness, man. And let's imagine you was in a seat and you being chained down, you got a cup you desire to reach for that cup, but the chains is holding you back. That's what these bodies represent. You desire to do good, and that's in Romans the 7th and 8th chapter. You seek out the thing, the spirit desire the things that please Yahweh Shema Shah, but it's the flesh. You're captive to the flesh. Oh, even Paul said that. He said, "Who shall deliver me from this body of death?" That's the change. So again, America, Babylon is the prison, and you're in a jail cell. You're in this body, right? Go ahead.
Back in Psalms 121, in my distress I cried unto the Lord, and He heard me.
Yep.
Verse 2, deliver my soul, Lord, from the lying lips, and from the deceitful tongue.
Which goes back to Esau. And again, that's going into the time we're in now. Because through his lying lips, his deceitful tongue, he's pretty much set the stage, basically the wage war against the children of Israel. And storm with the prophets. And we brought that out, I think, in the last lesson, Revelation, the 12th chapter, in the 17th verse, where the devil was wroth. The dragon was wroth with the woman, man, and went to make war with the seed of the woman, those who keep the testimony of Yahweh Shah, which would be who? The prophets. All right? So, yep, go ahead.
Kind of going back to that time and what we were praying for and the tears. So, Rock 36 and 7, raise up indignation and pour out wrath, take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Make the time short. Remember the
Make this come on, man. Make the time short, man. See, this is for the elect's sake. This is an act of mercy, man. See, we're in a time where now the Lord is now showing favor on Israel again. Hey, that's just like if you're in prison and somebody cut the sentence down. That's somebody showed favor for you, man. That was above your strength, above your power. You got word that your sentence been cut. That's the mercy of the Lord, which that goes back to Yahweh Shah. That's why Yahweh Shah made the statement in Matthew the 28th chapter, all power has been given to me in heaven and earth. And a part of that is time. So it's Yahweh Shah that's, behind that. Yep, go ahead.
It says, verse 8, Sirach 36 and 8, make the time short, remember the covenant.
Yep.
And let them declare thy wonderful works.
Yep. And that's where we come in. We declaring the wonderful works of the Lord. How else would you know about how else would you be introduced to the power of heavens and earth? We were introduced to that same power by our teachers. And, we continue in their legacy, man. So somebody have to declare the works of Yahweh Shema Shah. Go ahead.
Verse 9 says, let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people.
Yep. And the people is dealing with Israel, man. And who is responsible for oppressing us? Who are our oppressors? So-called white men.
Is it?
All right. That was it. Go ahead. Do what you have.
This is Luke 18:7.
That's it. That was one.
And shall not.
Matter of fact, you know what? Could you jump up on that?
It's Luke 18:6.
Jump up to the top.
It's on Luke 18:1. And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought to always pray and not to faint.
Yeah, see, men always ought to pray and not faint, man. Hey, meaning you should be persistent. And when we read on in this, it's going to show you the persistence, which that's what they coined that parable, the fortunate or the persistent widow. She kept popping up, requiring for justice, man. And that's us. We back again tonight. Like Esau, they don't want that, man. We showed back up in court again, man. Go ahead.
Luke 18:2, saying there was in the city a judge which feared not the Most High, neither regarded man.
Yep, go ahead.
Luke 18:3, and there was a widow in the city.
Yep, and there was a widow in the city. Go ahead.
So I can read it again. And there was a widow in that city.
In that city, yep, go ahead.
And she came unto him, saying, avenge me of my adversary.
Yeah, and we fall in that same lot. We will be that widow, and our cry is for the Lord to avenge us of our adversaries, man. Proving that this book, it captures the idea of having enemies. See, you niggas has been taken by Christianity, man. Christianity got you niggas. Christianity made you niggas believe that you was to love everybody, and meanwhile, this nigga running circles around you. That's crazy. That's a real criminal. Nigga, take your credit card and and you love him for that. That's why you got like Thanksgiving. This nigga finesse you and to celebrate him taking you down.
That's a hook.
That's the hook.
That's a hook one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the hook. Yeah, that's the word. Whatever word you can find, you know, that's Esau, man. Which Esau goes into the word. The Esau being red goes into that word crimson, which that translates to criminal. See that? So yep, go ahead.
Luke 18:4, and he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, "Do I fear not the Most High, no regard man."
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5, yet because this widow troubled me, I will avenge her.
Yep, because this widow troubled me, I will avenge her. And again, that's what we come in at. We're troubling the Most High by continually making a petition, continually sighing and crying out for the atrocities and crimes committed against us at the hand of Esau ass, man.
Keep coming to court.
We keep coming to court. And, you know, that's what a criminal, he hope that nigga don't show up in court, man. When you go into like the mob and shit, they'll pay them over off. Don't show up in court. You know, we'll throw this to you on the side. But here we are. We continually coming. See, go ahead.
I'll read again, Luke 18:5. Yet because this widow troubled me, I will avenge her. These by her continual coming, she wearied me.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, that's a good point the brother made. These false prophets, they get paid off. They take that bribe. They take the bribe. They look, don't tell on us. Don't tell on us. Here we go. You know, no, we not willing to take that bribe. We want justice from your how about some outside. See?
That's it.
Yes, sir?
To back you up. It said, Sirach 2:13, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended.
Yep, it's true.
It's in court.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
Got something too.
Yep, go ahead.
It's on Isaiah 62 and verse 6. I have set watchmen upon the walls of Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace.
Right, never hold their peace. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. He that make mention of the Lord.
It's a day or night, man. So the Lord set this thing up beautifully. Day and night. You can't refute that. I'll prove that we come against it until we lie. Day or night, here at Great Millstone, you're going to constantly find information. You're going to see the prophets crying out, prophesying, man. Day and night. Here we are. It's night, right? But if you got somebody in Hawaii watching us, it's day. Go ahead, huh?
It says, he that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence.
Yep. He who make mention of the Lord, keep not silent. So we was commanded. We was pretty much encouraged to continue to come to court, man. You got more?
A little more.
Go ahead.
It says, and give him no rest.
Woo! Oh, that's just like a baby crying, which we are babes. Baby crying, that prompts the mother or the father to wake up and see what's going on, man. The father or the mother can't rest because of the baby crying. See, read that again.
It says, and give him no rest.
Yeah, give the Most High no rest. Go ahead.
Till he establish.
Woo!
Until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
Which goes back to the kingdom of heaven. That's what this doctrine is all about. A transfer of power, a transition of power. This is concerning kingdoms, man. The removal of one system and the ushering in of a new kingdom, which that regime would be the kingdom of heaven, man.
That's it.
That's a real, we got information concerning the world to come. This is pretty much top secret information, man. You know? But us continuing to pushing this is going to prompt the Lord to remember his covenant he made with our forefathers, man. And that covenant consists of the kingdom of heaven, you know, being given to us, the rightful heirs of the world, the planet Earth, and really beyond when you go into the you know, the nuances of the kingdom. So you got some? No, hold that. Somebody has some over here then.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that Luke. Yeah, come
back in Luke 18:5. Yeah, because his widow troubled me, I will avenge her, at least by her continual coming.
See, by her continually coming. We continually coming to court. We continually going out on the highways and byways. We continually uploading videos, man. the only thing that makes sense with is the men that you see pushing forth this word. You know, the sincere men of Yahweh Shema Shah. We continually bring forth this word. That's those tears that's continually running down the cheek of the widow. See, go ahead.
Luke 18:6. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith. Verse 7. And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him?
Which you see, which cry day and night unto him. So the Lord said, look, if this unjust judge broke, he finally broke and conceded to the fact that he had to give his widow justice. How much more the righteous judge, Yahweh Shema Shah? See? And why? What's going to be the driving force, if you will, behind the Lord, which, besides the fact that it's all prophecy and the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, but the point that we continually coming, we day and night sighing and crying, which is in the form of these prophecies, man. And what you do at court, you tell on the motherfucker who you tell on the motherfucker who afflicted you, man. Yeah, we're a witness against this nigga. This nigga killed us and we came back to life and told on him. That's really what this is, man. That's why you read Revelation 11 chapter, it tells you how they rolled their dead bodies, or Ezekiel 37th chapter. This is a very peculiar case. This is the only case in history where the murderer and his victim, the victim woke back up. The victim woke up and told on him, man. That's the best witness you can get, man. Hey, matter of fact, anybody got a precept?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, go ahead and give it y'all got. Let's get this information out. Let's start telling on this nigga. Go ahead.
This book of Psalm 12:5, for the oppression of the poor,
Woo!
for the sighing of the needy.
Woo! Hey, see, the sighing of the needy, man. And again, this is a form of sighing in the ears of Yahweh Shema Shah. Hey, the scriptures tell you how the prayers of the poor reacheth into the clouds. Hey, that's heaven, man. That's, you know, you got the Lord got the internet set up. You got the satellites. You got the, you know, the heavens. You got the angels up there actually taking the request back to the Lord, man. That's why the scriptures tell you not to curse the king in your chambers, at least a little bird. You know what I mean? So the angels is reporting these prayers back, man. And those are the incense of the Lord. The Lord, like, my people, Israel woke up, man. Out of all this time, you know, being taken by these other kingdoms, you know, land with every nation under every tree, as the scriptures tell you. Now we're in a time where you got a remnant of spirits that's seeking out their power, man. That's pleasing to Yahweh Shema Shah. Hey, let's show you how bad the Lord, he planted that seed and he knew it was going to eventually, you know, sprout up, man. But it was going to come in the time of the harvest. Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me start over this. Okay, yeah, Psalm 12:5, for the oppression of the poor, for the sign of the needy. Now will I arise, saith the Lord.
Woo!
I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him.
Woo! Hey, that's bad. That's proving that this is the time. This is the appointed time where the Lord chose to step in on our behalf. And the enemy is now puffing. Oh, that goes back to the dragon. Puff the magic dragon, man. That goes back to Esau and the draconian laws of the devil, man. He's puffing. Matter of fact, give me that in Psalm, the 10th chapter.
It's a snake called up there too, a puff out.
Oh, yeah, cut puff out. Yeah, whoa, that's bad. Hey, when you puff something, let's say if you're smoking a cigarette, you puff it, you inflame, it inflames the fire. That's like putting fire on the flame. Matter of fact, let's go there.
This Psalm 10:5, his ways are always grievous.
Yep, that's dealing with Esau at. His ways is always grievous, man. You know, even if you're watching a movie, you're enjoying a movie. It's so you be like, God damn, man. Even in the movie, you can see, but this nigga the devil, man. Everything about this nigga is grievous. His infrastructure, the roadways, highways, byways, all this shit grievous, man. If you're in the right spirit, go ahead.
It says his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. It says, as for all his enemies,
yep, which we would be an enemy of the so-called white man, right? Go ahead.
He puffeth at them.
He what?
He puffeth at them.
He puffeth at them, man. So he's inflaming things by way which you puff with your mouth. So he's flaming things up. You know, by way of his legislations and laws. Which, if you spiritual, if you got eyes to see, you'll see clearly that it's geared towards coming after the prophets. Or I did a video where I took another look into the red list, blue list. That's a chilling piece of information, man. But when you go into it, that red list is dealing with outspoken ministers. So that's what it's really about. That's what Esau trying to get. You know what proved that? Because of the YouTube guy. See, we on the front lines. You can't tell a nigga, you trying to tell me something and I'm in the war. I know who they shooting at. You see what I'm saying? We the only one get shot at. You just shot. You shot at me with the YouTube. I know. You see what I'm saying? So through the spirit, we know what the red list, blue list is all about because we at the front line. We getting the notice. We getting the email from YouTube. You gotta tell us, man. We got the emails from YouTube to prove. We know who they coming after. Who else? We know it's us. It ain't. Matter of fact, go ahead, bring it up.
Yeah, this Psalm 37:14. The wicked have drawn out, and it's like the wicked have drawn out the sword
on us, man. Go ahead.
They have bent their bow.
Yep.
To cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation.
See, to slay such as be of upright conversation. Hey, that's who they looking to slay. That's why we going to that red list, blue list. You see the work of the devil. He threw the outspoken minister just out there. Then he went into TV host. Get the fuck out of here, man. We know the TV host ain't on the front line. We on the battlefield, man. The only body I see getting shot at is the it's the fellow brothers, man. Start with the apostles and the men that's been thrust into the fellow yokesmen. The spiritual war. Yep, go ahead.
Revelation 12.
The fiery darts. The fiery darts of the devil. That's it. See, go ahead.
On Revelation 12:17, and the dragon was wroth with the women and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
Yeah, woo. See, the dragon was wroth with the woman, which is Israel, but he went to make war with who?
The remnant of her seed.
Now let's find out what the remnant of her seed entails. Go ahead.
Which kept the commandments of the Most High.
Go ahead.
And have the testimony of Yahweh Shai.
And what's the testimony of Yahweh Shai? The spirit of prophecy, man. So they coming after the prophets. You know, and that's what this thing is all about. This is what his legislations and him puffing at his enemies. You got to remember, this is a build up to the elites of the Edomites versus the elect of the nation of Israel. Give me what you got up.
History of Susanna.
That's it.
Verse 42. Then Susanna cried out with a loud voice and said, O everlasting power that knowest the secrets and knowest all things before they be.
That's prophecy.
Thou knowest that they have borne false witness against me.
Yeah, and that's what these devils have done. They have borne false witness against the elect of the nation of Israel, the prophets, man. They're trying to demonize us, man. You know? Oh, that's why you had the guy, I think it was in Jersey. He ran up in just some Edomite's house, wielding a damn machete. What the fuck is that, man? Or they had the other situation that happened maybe a month ago or 2 months, where it was a protest. Then you had Jakes and Black Lives Matter Jakes that it was some so-called Jews walking by, and they said, "Get out of here! You're not the real Jews." And they went to quote Bible verse. The media put that shit out, man. That's these devils trying to frame. Matter of fact, give me. I think there's what's that? I think it's Psalms. Is it Psalms 13? We'll talk about 31 and 13. Go ahead.
God, verse 43, it says, Thou knowest that they have borne false witness against me, and behold, I must die. Whereas I never did such things as these men have maliciously invented against me.
Yep, go ahead.
And the Lord heard her voice.
Yep.
So these guys are maliciously inventing these devices. All right, YouTube guidelines, these fiery darts from the devil. All right, we understand that they maliciously against us, man, because we're bringing the truth of prophecy, man, the testimony of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And this is what they hate. They abhor righteousness, man. Yep. All right, they'll give anybody on the TV guideline. That's why I said we on the front lines. You know, we on the highways and hedges, man. All right, all brothers alike and the elders and the apostles, man. Starting with the elders and the apostles. You got it out, man. You got it out.
I got something back here real quick. It's 2 Corinthians 15 verse 3. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee."
All right. So that's who that is. Those non-believers. Read it again, huh?
2 Corinthians 15 verse 3. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee."
So we shouldn't be in the spirit of fear against them. All right, because like I said earlier, hey, we on the front line. All right, we know who the enemy's shooting at. You know, through their laws, legislation that they want to set up on YouTube. All right, go ahead up.
It says, "Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee."
And guess what? They speak against us with their forked tongue, man. All right, so we shouldn't have any fear, man, of their incredulity, and what that means, what non-belief. All right, and that's mainly the children of disobedience, man. Who's the main children of disobedience? Esau, Edom.
Oh, that's Ephesians.
Right.
You want to get that? Ephesians 5 and 6. Oh, did you get that already?
Oh, okay. No, I'm thinking it now.
Anybody else got something?
No.
You want that song?
Oh yeah, was that it? Psalm 31. Yeah, can I get that?
Yeah, it's Psalm 31 and 13. It says, "For I have heard the slander of many."
Yep, the slander of many. Right, go ahead.
Fear was on every side. While they took counsel together against me, they devised to take away my life.
Yep, see that? So that's Esau, the so-called white man, and him coming after us is going to be preceded by slander. That's how this nigga always done. You know, he when he came up against Al Qaeda, he slandered. He said that these guys, they had the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
That was nothing more than an effort to wage war on the Middle East for the resources, man. It was just that simple. You know, this man, he demonized and slandered who he looked to come after. Oh, even you go back as far as 64 AD, Nero, that false flag and Nero burning down the city, which that could be Trump. This nigga in his feelings, they say he won't sign the deal.
He just signed.
Oh, did he sign it? Okay, but you know what? That's heavy. That show you that thing's going fast. Things going fast. I just read that. Now he signed it, you know? So before you can even do it, if I would have did a video on it, you know what I mean? It would have been a matter of hours for the momentum shift to something else. Yeah, how about some outside is working, man? Okay? Yeah, that was it what you had, right?
Yeah, kind of.
You got something else? Go ahead.
Yeah.
We're going to go back around.
Going back to that slander, this Psalm 51 and not Psalm, like it, Ecclesiastes, Sirach 51, I'm going to start at verse 3. It said, "And thou hast delivered me according to the multitude of thy mercies and greatness of thy name from the teeth of them that were ready to devour me."
From the teeth of them which were ready to devour me. And again, your teeth is found where? In your mouth. So through his mouthpiece, his laws and legislations, he's going to bring forth his military. That's how this nigga get out. Go ahead.
It said, "And out of the hands of such as sought after my life, and from the manifold afflictions which I had," I'm gonna jump down. Verse 5. It says, "From the depth of the belly of hell, from an unclean tongue, and from lying words."
The unclean tongue and lying words, which is on display through this nigga's media. CNN, they come up with all these different. You look up, and they saying 8,000 more people died today of Crown 19. Get the fuck out of here, man. And the face of that Crown 19, which, by the way, they wage war on, is the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. Go ahead.
It said, "By an accusation to the king from an unrighteous tongue, my soul drew near even unto death. My life was near to the hell beneath."
Yep. So these accusations being made against us, you know, in these secret chambers, these councils, the wicked councils of Esau, it's pretty much an effort for him to demonize. Hey, the Lord bad though. See, the Lord had us come out in the public. You know, when you ain't doing nothing wrong, you come out in the public. So through his media, right, which the scriptures tell you how his idols, his images are broken. In the book of Jeremiah says images are broken. What's that dealing with? That's dealing with his media. Now, you have this devil, he has his media, which when you go into the word, like the medium, has everything to do with witchcraft. That's why you in the spirit you in, because you believe what's on the media. But the Lord did what? Set up an alternative media. So now what can he say about us? He can't paint the picture of us being You know, they just put out the information of a bomb in Nashville,
Oh, boy.
and they trying to lump that with a religious group. Get the fuck out of here, man. These devils reaching, man. All right, so let's get what we got, and then we're gonna try to get into this information, y'all.
Okay. Isaiah 32:6. For the vile person will speak villainy.
Yep, and the vile person is who? Esau, the so-called white man. Give me that real quick in Job, the 30th chapter.
This Job 30. This book of Job 30 and verse 8. It says, they were children of fools.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and why did the Lord call Esau children of fools? Because their forefathers was fools. Any nigga that give up the birthright for some porridge, fuck him, man. You a fool, man.
Uncooked
Porridge. That was some shit. Porridge, man. yeah. It's just more. That just got more of a, you know what I mean? More oomph to it. Porridge. Yep. Go ahead.
It said they were children of fools.
They were children of fools. Which, matter of fact, that's the cue. Give me that in Ephesians the 5th chapter.
Okay, good.
Let's get that real quick.
This is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
It says, let no man deceive you with vain words.
Mm-hmm.
For because of these things come of the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience.
Of the children of disobedience. All right? Now, Esau is the children of disobedient parents. They never hearkened to, even when you go back to the serpent, which, by the way, his approach was, as always, to overthrow Israel. The serpent was coming after Eve in effort to overthrow Israel, as always, man. You know, when you go into Cain, he was disobedient. He didn't follow the orders of Yahweh Shema Shai. So the scriptures say that the Lord's judgment, his wrath, is going to come upon the children of disobedience, meaning that judgment is preserved for this lifetime. See that? Isaiah 14, the Lord's going to visit the children for the works of their father. So that's going to take place. The Edomite that you see shopping, walking back and forth, walking around, you know, they on the scene of the crime to receive judgment. See that? All right, so let's go back here.
Job 30 and verse 8, it said they were children of fools.
Yep, see?
Yeah, children of base men.
Yep.
They were viler than the earth.
They were viler than the earth. And the earth is the ground, meaning you'll come out better eating something off the ground than eating it out the hand of Esau ass. Because he's actually viler than the earth, man. All right, so let's go back to where you at.
Isaiah 32:6, for the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity.
Yeah, and his heart will work iniquity, which we often touch on. His heart symbolizes secret meetings. You never know somebody thinking something about you. You don't know it's because it's in their mind. That's how Esau get out. In his secret counsels, you know, he's devising wicked imaginations against us. See that? Go ahead.
Okay. To practice hypocrisy.
Oh, but you know, they said a drunk mind speaking.
A drunk heart speaking
so mind. So that's what they do. Either they were drunkenness or their philosophy. They actually tell you in their laws they want to kill you. So in their mind, they plot it. And the Lord have what these devils actually tell you. See, go ahead.
It says to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord.
Yeah, to utter error against the Lord, man. When you come up against us, you're coming up against Yahweh Shema Shai. You know what? It will prove that when you read Psalms 83. We'll say they devise iniquity. Matter of fact, get that real quick. Psalms 83. Whoever can get it first. They devise iniquity against the Lord because they rebel and they're resisting against the will, the prophecies of Yahweh Shema Shai. They think they're going to offset what's written here in the scriptures, you know? But they acting it out through us. See, we the physical counterpart, the elect of the Lord here on the planet Earth. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah, this Psalm 83 and 1, it said, keep not thou silent, O Most High, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee.
See, they that hate the Lord. See, go ahead.
Have lifted up their head.
Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
See that? So you see right there, they're coming up against the Lord's people, is actually a declaration of them showing a hate for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. See, go ahead.
It says they have taken crafty counsel against our people and consorted against our hidden ones.
See that? So we go back.
It says, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord, to empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words.
Yeah, see that? He's devising to destroy the poor with lying words and justify himself coming up against you is media. Let's show how crazy this motherfucker is, man. This nigga write up a piece, this nigga take a piece of paper and scribble some shit on it and put his signature on it. Now you owe him, man. Crazy motherfucker. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. It says he devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right.
Woo! Even when the needy speaking right, man. So here it is. We speaking right. That devil really. Oh, you go back to ancient king like Nebuchadnezzar. They were like, oh, let's show reverence to the God of Daniel because he was speaking right. Here it is. We speaking right, and this nigga still looking to come after us. That's why we're gonna fuck you up in the kingdom, man.
Right.
You know. This nigga came up against the ones, he stretched out your hand against those who had peace with thee, man. Because we ain't got the power to take you down. You know it. Yet you still demonizing us, man. That's why any of you niggas out there, any of you Israelites out there who got a soft spot for Esau, you got this idea of all Edomites might not, and we got this, rough approach. Man, Yahweh Shem Yahushua deal with you, man. Because it's well documented all the shit that this nigga did to us, even to this very day.
That's it.
Reason why you in the ghetto, reason why you goddamn got McDonald's fries in the car, man. Sit still. Oh man, hold in shit ain't even. Because of this nigga. This nigga, that's a well thought out strategy and plan to keep you in further derision, man. And we got the evidence. There's footage on this nigga hanging you, man. There's pictures of this nigga hanging you. This nigga got you in a ghetto, on a reservation. See that? But then we come out and we tell you that this nigga off, he's coming up against the children of Israel. You don't find in your heart to yield to that form of teaching. Well, guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahushua gonna destroy you, man. And that's in the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter. We're in a time where the Lord is preparing to get this devil, man. What you want, man? You look at these movies, you can't tell me you don't feel some type of way. If I sat you down right now and made you watch 12 years of slave, you're gonna feel some type of way, man. But how about now we're in a time where the Lord promised us justice for that, man? Let's show you the beautiful times we're in, man. See that? Come on, anybody else got something? Yeah, come on. Then we gonna get into the information we got. Go ahead.
This on Psalms 83. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
Yep.
They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Yeah, it said the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they're born, speaking lies. Which that was actually reiterated in Revelation the 20th chapter, where it tells you how this devil came out of the pit, deceiving the nations. But that's what it means when it says he came out of the womb, speaking lies. Yeah. Hey, this nigga was telling lies to kill you. He tell me that way. And goddamn hit you with something, man. Go ahead, up. Look up. Fuck him, man. You dealing with the devil, man. You going to jail today, man. That nigga tap you on your shoulder, man. He started you. First of all, he shouldn't even be there. Tap you supposed to be somewhere else, man. You tap me and you tell me to look up to see me. He punched me. You going to jail today, man. Yeah, come on.
Job 15:35. They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepared deceit.
Read that again.
It's Job 15:35. They conceive mischief.
Yeah, they conceive mischief. This nigga concocting mischief, man. They got you believing that. Oh, Apostle Hall made a beautiful point about, okay, if it's Jake that got, why LeBron all these back?
Yeah, that's real. If we the weakest one, we
come
sick,
on, man.
We sick,
That's a beautiful point, man.
It was, I ain't gonna lie.
If we the weak links, why the NBA, the NFL field with Jakes ripping and running up the damn field in court, man? You fucking devil. That's you concocting this elaborate scheme to come against us, man. And your lust for the blood of the children of Israel. But that's why the promise is the rod of iron. See, this ain't for just some Israelite nigga with fringes and who's content of being American. Why would Yahweh Shai say, I'm gonna give you the rod of iron? Because you know why he said that? Because it was gonna be for those who understand what's at stake. We're gonna identify our enemies. We're gonna say we want them niggas, man. That's why the Lord said, that's him. Who else want that? Look, promise you a rod of iron. Yeah, so we can beat the shit out you, man. Go ahead.
It says, they conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit.
Yep, and their belly prepared deceit. Again, going into their secret councils, man. This nigga is deceiving you, man. Okay, and he's trying to come up against us. The Lord ain't there, pursuant to Jeremiah the 49th chapter, so we can see this nigga. You know, in the old scripture say they in high noon, they work wickedness or something like that.
Yep.
That's equivalent to a nigga doing a drug deal in front of the police precinct.
Broad daylight.
In broad daylight in front of the police precinct.
I got that for you.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, they Job 5:14. They meet with darkness.
See, they meet with darkness. Go ahead.
In the daytime.
In the daytime. We're in the daytime now, you devil. We're in the time where this word is out in full effect, if you will. The light has shined forth in the form of this information the Lord gave us through his mercy, man. That's that light. Here it is. You're trying to deal treacherously when the light's on your ass. You in prison and you trying to, you sitting there trying to cut the bars, we looking at you or some shit, man. You already been identified and targeted as the corporate, man. See? Go ahead.
It said they meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday.
Ooh, you reaching, you groping in the noonday. Go ahead.
As in the night.
As in the night. So here it is. You doing the things you should be doing in the night in broad day, man. Yep, go ahead. That was it?
God, this is St. John 1:4. In him was life, and the life was the light of men.
Yep.
And the light shineth in darkness.
Yep, and that's what you're witnessing now. The light is shining in darkness. Go ahead.
And the darkness comprehended it not.
Yeah, so if you're in the dark, if you're not privy to the teachings of Yahweh Shai, you're not going to comprehend this. In no wise you're going to pick up on what we talking about. That's why we don't waste time. Like you had this nigga who came up to the camp yesterday, man. That simple nigga, man. I can still remember out of all the encounters we had, real talk. The brother Solomon.
Yeah.
I always remember him. I'm expecting to see him soon. But this guy yesterday, I can remember the countenance on this stupid nigga face, man. This stupid smirk.
Chris Carter nephew or some shit.
Yeah. They ain't look out for that nigga. He blow his cut. Man, this nigga got a coupon for rallies, nigga, man. And he came up. The Lord brought him up to be condemned. That nigga nigga playing for miles. You know what I mean? Yeah. What else we got? You had something, Simon?
Oh yeah, I can read something real quick.
Yep, go ahead.
Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare.
That's it.
I have uncovered his secret places. He should not be able to hide himself.
So now Esau himself, the cat. We have you here, lights on, you being interrogated, inquisition is being made, we scrutinizing you, we assessing you. Like this devil, we overlooking you, man. We overlooking every nook and cranny of the case. We got the files on, looking, man, this nigga robbed who? Killed. Looking up at this nigga like, we finna fuck you, man. We finna, man, you finna get the book thrown at you. Oh, that's spirit. Ooh, that's spirit. Throw the book at this nigga, man. We throwing a book at you, man. We judging you according to Yahweh Shai Shai. All right? So let's get the information we had. And then, I know it wasn't much, but just kind of bring it up to speed on the time we in and really play on the desperation of these devils, man.
It says we got this from Independent. This is what, 2 hours ago.
Oh, see, so that's
2 hours ago. Yeah. Gosh. And it says, Dr. Fauci says worse is yet to come from Crown Vic as December becomes deadliest month of pandemic. It says we are really at a very critical point, says infectious disease expert.
Yeah, so read that part again, Salaki.
Yeah, kind of. He said,
Was that the headline?
The headline is Dr. Fauci says worse is yet to come.
Quote. Worse is yet to come, man. Yeah, first of all, how you know, man?
Mm-hmm.
Who is Fauci, man? Who is this nigga? You know, all of a sudden, this nigga is the spokesman. See, he said worse is yet to come. Okay, go ahead.
Becomes, it says, from the Crown Vic, as December becomes deadliest month of pandemic.
Yeah, so come on, man. December, the deadliest month. Nobody knows nobody who died, man. You know?
That's crazy.
He says, quote, it says, we are really at a very critical point, says infectious disease expert. It says Dr. Anthony has warned that he believes, quote, he believes the worst of the Crown Vic pandemic is yet to come. Speaking to anchor Dana Bash on CNN State of the Union on Sunday morning, Dr. Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease expert and part of the White House Crown Vic task force, U.S. residents to brace for a surge of cases in the new year.
Come on, man.
Brace.
That brace, get ready for, you know.
Crown Vic 21.
Do you know what that is? That's a threat.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a threat. Damn, you really paying attention? That's a threat. They can tell you, okay, you ain't paying my money.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next few weeks, look for me. Look for me to send a collector agent. That's what this nigga saying, man. This nigga saying, brace yourself, right? Give me real quick Sirach the 12th chapter, and we're going to get ready to close up. Get Sirach the 12th chapter, and while they get it, I'll go ahead and get what you got. You get it.
All right, this St. John 8:44.
Mm-hmm.
Year of your father the devil.
Who that's talking about? Go ahead.
And the lust of your father, ye will do.
Yep.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
Right. And who is recorded as the first murderer? Cain. Okay, he was a murderer from the beginning. Go ahead.
And abode not in the truth.
He abode not in the truth. See, go ahead.
Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
Yeah, so this man, he's the father of lies.
Let's say something too. And those two things, murder and lying, that was his lust. This how this nigga, this what he get off on. He don't want woman. He don't want no grease. He want blood. That's his lust, man.
Yeah. Those are his desires. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and get that, then we'll go back to what he got.
All right, Genesis 20:27 and 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live.
Right, so by thy sword thou shalt live, man. So if this man bring anything to us, we know through the mercy of Yahweh Shema Shai giving us insight that it's all to kill us. Matter of fact, go to Sirach 12. Nigga telling you, he want to come in and, he want to spend the night over the weekend. Like, man, I know this nigga, you killed my uncle already. Fuck him, man. But you trying to convince me to let my guard down.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
This on Sirach 12:10.
Is it?
Never trust thy enemy.
See, never trust thy enemy, man. Go ahead.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yep. So it's wickedness. When you go into the process of rusting, you really can't reverse that process. It's going to get worse and worse and worse, man. So as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. This nigga have taken his wickedness to a new plateau, man. It's been, this revolutionized now. This nigga was trying to put a damn microchip in you and shit like that. Trying to stick you. You eat McDonald's. You drink Cokes and Sprites. Like you had them prophets. The nigga had a 3-liter Sierra Mist, man. Yeah, the Lord probably killed them niggas, man. For real. That was a desperate nigga had a little seed of pizza. Nigga was getting precepts, man. Nigga was eating pizza. Nigga take a bite, somebody give me. I believe the Lord got rid of them niggas. But that was Esau, that was a desperate, attempt Esau to try to demonize. All right, so that was it on that?
Come on, a little bit. We'll go to the next verse.
Okay, come on.
It's on Ecclesiastes 12:11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Yep, so no matter what this man do, this man try to extend a peace offering to you, you got to take good heed and beware of him, man. And this devil, right, he's the same nigga that if let's say you want to buy a house or a car, what's the first thing you do? He want to look at your past credit history. But when it comes to us, he want to tell us to forget about it. You know, let bygones be bygones. That was my forefather. You can't take a look at his history, man. Well, the scriptures encourage us to pay attention, beware of this nigga. See, go ahead.
Come back in Ecclesiastes 12:11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
Yep. So you looking, you examining this guy. Go ahead.
And thou shalt know that his rustum had not been altogether wiped away.
Yeah, he's the same old devil, man. See that? And that I should have that liberty to be able to research your ass. Why I can't look into your history and see should I let you, give me a fucking a jab? But you ain't got to go too far in history to see what he did down here in Tuskegee, man. So now all of a sudden you want to jab us again? Nope. The scriptures say that we should take a good look at him, beware of him, right? Do the research on him, and what you come to find out is his rust has not been wiped wiped away. All right, you got something up?
One more verse.
All right, go ahead.
That's on Ecclesiastes 12:16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips.
Yeah, he's speaking sweetly with his lips, right, to lure you to sleep. Go ahead.
But in his heart, he'll imagine how to throw thee into a pit.
Yep.
He would weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he would not be satisfied with blood.
Yeah, and this is that opportunity. This is the perfect opportunity for Esau. That's why he's milking this thing, man. You can see that this is this man's. This is his lot, man. This is that niche he found. Like, okay, I'm gonna milk this. We gonna work this. This is the opportunity he found. Go ahead.
Does it on it?
All right, go ahead.
It's on Psalms 59 verse 7. It says, "Behold, they belch out of their mouth. Swords are in their lips."
Swords are in their lips, meaning the decrees, the legislation that they bringing forth is all an effort to bring war. You got to remember, this man and his crowning achievement is his new world order being established. And what's the bridge to that new world order? Martial law. Proving again that this man can only rationalize things out by way of war. His blessing is the sword. This nigga can't bring about his new world order except he bring the military, man. Go ahead, huh?
I got the word belch.
Okay.
It says to emit violently.
Woo! Yeah. That's that puffing, the flame. Boom. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, "Behold, they belch out of their mouth. Swords are in their lips. For who, say they, doth hear?" It says, "But O Lord," it says, "But thou, O Lord, shalt laugh at them. Thou shalt have heathen in derision."
Yep. And that's the time we're in now. Scriptures tell you how, in the fullness of his sufficiency, this man will be in straits. So this man is really going to have a hard time. He's going to find himself having a hard time trying to bring this thing together. Got a lot of resistance. And that's nothing but biblical prophecy. The Lord is not with you, devils, man. In fact, the Lord has sanctioned your fall. So everything that you do, the Lord says he set them in slippery places, man. So you're not going to be able to find your foot in here, man. You're not going to be able to establish your agenda, your new world order. Yeah. So anybody else got something? Hey, so with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, your brothers out there laboring in his work. And as always, the believers, the Akim, as well as the Aqua, that subscribe to this truth as well. Till the next time, shalom.
Shalom, DTA, Abba, Ball.